Hi, my name is Cassie Barker. This is Speech 275, Week 8, Project Course Presentation. In the domestic violence and its many phases, I will be explaining the psychological abuse known as chronic verbal aggression. And its definition states, may make a person feel fearful or cause a person mental anguish. Some of the acts that follow this is confinement, isolation, verbal assault, dignity, intimidation, and self-worth. Mayo Clinic staff stated, psychiatric disorders are grouped in three clusters. There's cluster A, cluster B, and cluster C. Even though that they may be diagnosed with one disorder, there are many more that follow it also. I have picked one disorder from each section that explains how this connects to family domestic violence. Cluster A is antisocial disorder. It is characterized by odd and eccentric thinking and behavior. And the acts that follow that is persistent lying and aliases and conning others. Another one is repeated violation of the rights of others. Cluster B, borderline personality disorder. It's characterized by dramatically overly fearful thinking behavior. And some of the examples that follow this is extreme perfectionist or desire to be in control of people. And third cluster is C, obsessive compulsive disorder. It is defined by characterized by anxious, fearful thinking behavior. And the feelings that follow this is being extreme perfectionist also, desire to be in control of other people, and preoccupied with details, rules, and orderliness. Why the majority of the time is the abuser not recognizing that they are the cause of all these issues? What is causing this destructive matter? One of the causes are our genes. Certain personality traits may be passed on to you by your parents. Through inherited genes. These traits are sometimes called temperaments. If the mother experiences poor birth outcomes that results in psychological distress during pregnancy, this may negatively affect the fetal growth, said by Zaya, 2016, page 2. And as a result, later in life, the baby is more vulnerable to diseases. Another cause is environment. This involves the surroundings you grew up in, events that have occurred, and relationships with family members and others. For example, having a bad relationship with parents in most cases is the father. Bernstein, 2014, page 1 stated that. And lastly, there were psychological abuse in the younger years that may have happened to that child. Psychiatric disorder has its consequences. According to FBI, a woman is abused every 15 seconds. Parachin, 2013, page 1 stated that. There are solutions out there restoring one's relationship or realizing they need to cut their losses. Some of the solutions that follow that are, we are ultimately the ones that decide to stop the abuse or not at all, and see sound ways to solving it. Another, it is critical to become aware of the fact that all of us have the same right to be respected. Fourth, people only change if they decide to do so. And lastly, there are ways to help the victims and the abusers to find healthier ways to changing or escaping their violence life. but they have to be the one to take the first step. Psychiatric disorders can take a major effect on families. In some cases, it escalates to sexual abuse. In conclusion, Jillian is going to explain to us how sexual abuse is one of the key elements of family domestic violence. Thank you.